This is part 2 of my Pikmin playthrough. Continuing after the last episode, we are about to begin the Forest of Hope. Now as such though, what you notice with the screen here is the little stars that are shown in the map. The number of stars show the current parts you've collected, along with the number you have with your Pikmin onion. As such, you only have a limit of 30 days. From this point onward up to day 2 and the final day, we'll have at least 13 minutes of game time though for each day that you progress onward through the game. But as such, it will be explained here on this one, since I want to be silent. Now as such though, my task is trying to get the following done. Discover the Yellow Pikmin, find bomb rocks to destroy the walls to get some routes open, and hopefully at least find the radar ship part fast. But I can be able to get a few extra parts along here in this area quickly enough. But we'll handle with that later on. For now, let's begin. Since I want to be silent, I'll just try to let the game do all the talking. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone in this strange planet makes me feel somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I have to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press the A button. Notice about this grass here, you can be able to get like a little bit of some nectar that will help upgrade the Pikmin quickly. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. Apparently this Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. The closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. Now as such though, I want to try to get as much done as possible. So my task is trying to get at least some stuff opened up though. But don't worry though, this will be a bit quick enough to get all these parts collected. Now as such though, my task is trying to get at least up to 70 or 80 red Pikmin. Because one, they need to be required to get some parts and enemies out of the way first. To save me time of the essence. And you notice that some of these walls look to be a bit different, though, like a stone wall, to even this normal wall you can break down. But bomb rocks can make things faster to destroy them, as long as you have to keep your distance, otherwise you don't want any of your Pikmin to die from them. But that will be shown in a bit, though. And you notice though, with the flower Pikmin, they can also move stuff faster. So the more flowers you have on your team, the faster they can be able to carry stuff back to the onion fast to help get more Pikmin to grow. Or even get ship parts collected faster into the ship. With this though, we're about to begin having our first part ready soon. And as such, we'll have to get these guys out of the way first. That timer means it's already 9 a.m. though, on the clock. So as such, I have at least till it reaches noon there to know that I'm halfway through with the day. And with this, we'll have to begin with collecting our first part fast. Why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. They have an unlimited energy supply. Now I don't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my fight for survival a bit easier. So as such, we have to send this part back to the ship so that way there's one less obstacle to deal with. While that's happening though, I try to help with another group to pluck these guys out of there. But you notice every time whenever you try to pluck a Pikmin, they always get close up with this camera angle. Yeah, this is only applied to at least the first time you try to go for these Pikmin. But after that, a few days have passed, then it will just go back to a easy camera angle. And with that, we've already attained our first part for the Forest of Hope. I have recovered 2 parts. At 3 more, I can increase the capabilities. By that, it meant you'll have to get at least enough to open the next area. Now, as such, though, I want to try to continue onward, though. So it's best to get a lot of these things out of the way first. And in this case, yeah, I'd rather try to deal with this strategy, though, to make sure none of my Pikmin die from them. But these small red Bulborbs, the small tiny ones, if for some reason they get damaged, they can use this weird little scream that can alert any big Bulborbs nearby. The spotty big ones. This makes them more easy to chase you down, though. So it's best to get these guys out of the way first before you proceed onward. And the last thing you want is trying to have at least no Pikmin to die on this part. Which is what I rather not want. While that's happening, though, I'm gonna have to get these guys through here. Ooh, that was a bit close, though. But on the bright side, the yellow Pikmin are now unlocked. If you were to think about the stats for each Pikmin, I'll explain them into a future video about them, for their strengths, or at least their capabilities and whatnot. In fact, while I let these guys try to rest up here, that is where they'll be staying at, until I can be able to get some more stuff opened up. My clock has now indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I have to pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor, and choose actions accordingly, so it is best for me to review the monitor data. On the top of my monitor is the sun meter and the day display. The bottom is my space suit damage meter and the Pikmin gauges. From the left, the numbers reflect those under my command, those on the field, and the total, including those in the onions. To adjust the monitor, I can press the L to rotate the camera, the R to zoom in, and Z to change my viewpoint. And I can press the Y button to view a detailed analysis on my computer. And with this, we go for the yellow ones. Or at least if you know that reference from Pac-Man Goes to the Adventures series. This color is different, but it appears to be a Pikmin nonetheless. The first glance suggests this one is somewhat in large circles, considered very large here. It looks like they weigh less than others. What other ways might be different from red? No matter, they're obviously a similar color, so I'll call this one as 1 too. So in short, each Pikmin has their own different uses. And it will be shown eventually into another video about them, what they can be used for. For now, my task is trying to get all these guys out first. For now, I'm trying to get all these Pikmin up by numbers, though. So that way I can be able to get them ready for anything. What makes Yellow Pikmin unique from Reds is that because, one, the ears make them be lighter than other Pikmin, and what's more, they're thrown twice as high. So in a way, they can be considered like it's a flying type Pikmin in a way, in some strange, unique reason. But now, I should be having enough full, so I can get this ready soon, any moment. I have made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. When I was about to exceed 100 in the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds. Yet this number of Pikmin continued to climb. It seems once you have 100 Pikmin in the field, any extra seeds get stored inside the onion. Thus, no more than 100 can be in the field at one time on any area. This alert would appear only even evolving for certain places that might have it too. So now, my task is trying to get these up and running. So now with that, though, we have to get these Pikmin ready for growing. And notice with these bud-type Pikmin, they also start to grow up more, though. It will be shown in a future video that when trying to lead the Pikmin alone by themselves in the same area, they can be able to, how would I say it, grow by themselves over time. The first 10 seconds show the sprout growing into a leaf. After 2 minutes, it would transform itself into a flower, or 4 minutes at most. The yellow Pikmin have picked up some weird peculiar stones. Why they decided to grab them? This action is instinctive to yellow Pikmin, but just what are these strange stones? Brilliant glowing cracks cover them. Perhaps these cracks indicate there's some tremendous power hidden locked away within. This does merit further research. And now we have to get to taste their capabilities out. We have to group them up, though, all together, for those that have bomb rocks. The glowing rocks the Pikmin picked up are explosive stones. Perhaps they know that these stones can be used as powerful weapons. Bomb rocks can be dangerous, so I have to take care when using them. But should they be able to blast open stone walls that block pathways, I can either use them against some wild creatures. I have to be vigilant. Any Pikmin I distress by pressing X bring their bombs when I call them back. Any time I throw one by pressing A can drop their bombs when they're called back. Kikoro explosions. When I touch the Pikmin directly, they keep the bombs in when they fall in line. With that, though, we've already unlocked one of the first areas to open up. And because of the 100, though, I didn't have enough time to get through with the rest. But for now, I can deal with trying to open up certain pathways, though. And hopefully have enough time to get them open. With that, though, we've already... My clock's indicating the approach of sunset. Any Pikmin that wait beneath the onions and dolphin will probably enter the onions on their own. But if I don't call any, though, the stragglers and add them to my group, they will not get back. I'm sure any Pikmin that are planted are safe, but I am somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. Yeah, normally with my explanation I would have done a bit faster, but... in my case, I wanted to try to get as much done as possible, though. But yeah, you understand how this works, though, for the day. So I have to be on side for most videos to try to understand how it's supposed to work. The reason why I wanted to open that up really is to help me out get one of the parts for later on. Although this requires some Pikmin to grab, though, this will be something useful for me. With this, we end the second day with only just one part so far. But the reason why I wanted these pathways opened up earlier is because they could be able to help me get some extra stuff done. With that, we end the second day with only just one single part. Two days since impact. It appears that many of my ship parts have landed in this region. If I just recover the parts of my radar, I should use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. Until then, I can press Y to locate the parts. Yet, there seems to be many hostile life forms here. Should I be attacked and my suit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of the screen, and press the A to make suit repairs. While I explore, I must pay attention to my damage meter on the bottom left corner. The damage meter is the most important part, though, because should you try to get knocked down, any Pikmin that you have with you at the time, not counting with those underneath the onion or the ship, will be sent back, or at least left behind. So until then, this has been my second part, signing off.